up, mate? How you doing? It's me, it's Lisa. Alright, so hi. Today's little video, we are just gonna jump in and crack on. So I have purchased these sticks from Primark because I have had a look at a lot of reviews on Primark's new range. Is it My Perfect Colour? Is that the range? Because the PS range has been there for a while. So I picked up 2 concealer sticks. I did want to get the foundation, but this colour range, there was like 1 shade left in light, 1 shade left in medium, and the other was the testers, so I wasn't going to pick them up. But I hopefully in the future will be getting some more of the Primark beauty range, but I thought these were here, I might as well pick them up and do a little video on them. So we have the My Perfect Colour sticks, and there was only these 2 shades that was acceptable for me to use. There was a darker one, this is the porcelain, and we have the caramel here. I know for my skin type these could be hit and miss, we're just gonna have to wait and see, but there is not a lot of range. My Primark is a little bit smaller than the average Primark, I'd say. Like, I don't have a shopping mall or anything in my little town. I've not even broke into these yet, so I thought I'd try them. We'll see how they go. There was 90p each, and the videos that I have watched on them, people either really love them or really hate them. I think it depends on your skin type and what foundation you use over them, but we'll see. I'm just taking off the packaging. So for 90p, you can't go wrong. So I thought, let's just try. Personally, for contour, I've learned over the years to pick a sort of a grey toned brown contour colour, because that creates the illusion of shadow rather than like a caramelly colour. But this is what they had left. It was either this or like pretty much a jet black. So this is what we've got going. So I've took them out of the packaging. They look quite nice, quite sleek. The packaging's quite nice. So we've got 0.15 ounces in each tube. Let's take a look at the colour. So this is the contour, which I'm going to be carving out a cheekbone with. Maybe let's just go ahead and do some nose contour. It could go wrong. I'm very bright. I did a previous video and I had it on a different setting and it looked a little bit dark. So while I'm doing something like this, I'm going to have it on a brighter setting, and then I will dim it down a little bit when the makeup is done. So this is the concealer colour. I have heard that the concealer colour is not great for under the eyes, it does crease, but we'll see. I've had my makeup on, like my foundation, pretty much I've had it on for like 10 minutes and it has dried down. Excuse me, I've got a very tickle. It's dried down, so I don't know how this is going to work. What I'm going to do is put these on my face, and then I'm just going to spritz some of this over before we go ahead and blend. So let me just go ahead and get rid of these creases under my eyes, because that's what happens if I don't powder straight away. All I've got on my face right now is literally foundation. I haven't even done my eyebrows or anything. So I'll zoom you in. It does it down a little bit anyway. It's not so bright now, is it? You can kind of see. You can see all my freckles. My skin is not looking good today. So let's go ahead. I think you're a little too close, but it'll be fine. Alright, so I've heard this is rubbish. Let's see. It feels quite waxy, but it's not dragging, so that's a good, I guess. Waxy, but I was expecting that. The colour looks good. I like a really bright under eye. I'm going to take some down the centre of the nose. They do go on really nice and smooth, look. You can see how smooth, but they are waxy. I like to do just a little bit on the tip of the nose. Just put a little on the chin here. Just doing where I'd normally do my highlight, and I might... No, we'll do the contour before we go ahead and carve out anything underneath. So this is what I'm a little bit frightened of. Okay, So what contour would you like to do today? I normally do like a standard, because I have these cheeks, so my contour sort of like creeps around them, but I'm just going to do a standard everyday contour. So you start by the ear. Just going to get a feel for this first. Can you see okay yet? I like to put least amount of pressure on the outside here, because you don't want it to be so strong up the top. So I'm just going to add a bit more there, and I'm going to take that on the jaw as well. That's like a really nice tan colour. It's either going to work or it's not. So do the same on this side. I'll go to this side so you can see. Okay. They are really gliding on nice. I mean, I'm not having an issue with how it's going on. Let's just do the standard forehead contour. I don't really need to. I have a very small forehead. And then I'm just going to take it down the sides of the nose and up towards the brow. I have quite a dry nose at the minute, and I do have a few spots, so I can't go on the nose contour for the entire thing because not everywhere is dry and spotty. So that is everything is done. I'm crazy right now. I shall put some of this on because I just have to. I like to make it pop here. So there we go. Everything is done. It's like a chin strap, see? Some people like to put a little bit here, a little bit here. Don't ask why, I don't know. So I'm going to spritz on my face to get everything a little bit wet. This is not the best setting spray, guys, so I'm sorry. This is all I have right now. I've run out. It's Avon Magic's. It's okay. It's not the best. Just get everything wet. Wait for that to dry a little bit. Let's have a round tree fruit pastel. These ones are the best. Strawberry and blackcurrant. You don't get none of the other ones. I read a little quote today, and it said, "Don't let anybody treat you like a yellow starburst." I really like that quote. So I'm using a different brush today. I would normally use a beauty blender. I'm going to use a beauty blender for around my eyes, but for the contour I'm going to use a brush. Let's see. Hey, not the worst. Not the worst. Blends out nicely with a little bit of the spray just to wetten it. Hey, that isn't that bad. I'm going to go ahead and do this after. It's quite effortless. A decent colour. It doesn't take me a tremendous amount of time to do it in. Let's just go ahead and blend this in before it gets too late. So I'd normally use a beauty blender for this, but I find a beauty blender can pick up parts of the product and then move it around like where you don't want it. So I decided brush is the way forward for contouring. I am using my blusher brush. All I've done is cleaned it, and I thought this would be perfect. Just because you've got more control, I think, with the brush to do your contouring. As with the beauty blender, it's quite a big thing, isn't it? If you get baby ones, that's okay, but it's a big thing, and it can drag the product around and put it in places that you didn't want it. Like I've had a line here and a line here from contour before from using a beauty blender. It does not work. This I'm impressed with so far. Look how that's blended. That's blended out really nice on the nose. Again, my nose is a little bit of a mess right now. Don't take it literally. I don't know why my nose gets so dry. I'm just going to go ahead and tap that in a little bit with this one. It's okay. You can see how it gets a little bit dry. Oh my god, that is so cute. I don't know what's going on with my nose. Ignore the nose. And let's just blend this in. I didn't use a huge amount of colour for contour. Sometimes I see people like using loads. I haven't, and it goes a long way. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this bit. Can you see how it's defined it a little bit? And we're going to be popping powder over the top as well, so don't worry if it looks a little bit harsh and a little bit crazy to you right now. So it's all blended. I think it looks okay. I've nothing to really complain about. It's gone on really nice. It's not muddy, and I'm really glad about that. There's no muddiness. It's come out quite well for 90p. I can't grumble. So I'm going to go ahead and put some powder on and the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back and show you how it looks. Okay, so I finished my makeup. It took me a lot longer than I thought. I just kind of got carried away, and you know how it goes sometimes. So as far as the concealer sticks go, okay, so under the eyes I have put the settings on different now so you can see a little bit better. It has held on to the powder really well. It's not creased, it's not gone all waxy and sticky and weird like I was expecting. I was expecting it to go really like patchy under the eyes. It's not the best formula for under the eyes for me personally. I think for concealer it should be more hydrating with a full coverage rather than waxy and full coverage. The colour was fine, I had no issues with that. The formula was fine. It just, for me personally, I wouldn't use it under the eyes. For nose contour it was great, apart from my nose being a little bit dry and everything and crusty. It held on to the light part down the centre of the nose really well. Onto the concealer, the brown one, the contour bit. So I did go over it with powder, but it looked really well. It didn't turn muddy, didn't go cakey and thick, and it didn't go all patchy. If it had done, anything I put over top would have gone the same. So this looks pretty smooth. This looks pretty smooth here. It's not too much either. Like if you can see around the jaw, it's not like a thick band. It blended out really nicely. I would use the contour colour like in my everyday routine. It worked really well, and you can see it. It's not. I give that one a 10 out of 10. I think that a contour should be a little bit waxier. It should be not so runny, because I have got a runny contour and it just can get a little bit muddy and a little bit messy. So I think it's perfect. The contour side of it, the darker shades of the concealer sticks are amazing. I did it around the temples and around the forehead and everything. It doesn't look too much. It doesn't look too cakey. Would you agree? Would you agree? So I also did test out the light shade for eyebrow like shape, and it's okay. I also did it to, I messed a wing. We all do it. I messed this wing up and I did this, like I corrected it with that concealer thing, and it's okay. I mean, I would use it every day for my eyebrows. They're pretty damn sharp, and I think it's great for that. For like wing fixers, I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of does drag the product, you know, like it'll drag it up your face like the wing. But for eyebrows, it's perfect, it's spot on. On the forehead with that, it did kind of drag up the foundation a little bit, but it could be just because I have quite dry skin on my forehead. But I'll show you what a forehead looks like. Nothing too shabby. Now, even though I put powders over it and everything, you would still be able to tell if it was muddy or cakey, because everything you put over the top of something muddy and cakey, it kind of, you can see it through. Like my nose, if you can see how textured that is, that's because I have dry skin on my nose. So I'd give the dark shade a 10 out of 10. I'd give the light shade maybe a 4.5 out of 10. So not too bad. My neighbours are looking at me like, what you doing, bitch? I'm filming. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. 90p. I can't grumble at that. Even the concealer light shade, I can't grumble. It's pretty damn good. I would repurchase them in a heartbeat. I would like to try more Primark things, like more of their range. I really want to try the nude range, like the palette and everything. They look amazing. But for now, concealer sticks, big thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, then please do subscribe. It means a lot to me. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.